once woke up and then I had to write down all my dreams. And I did these in journals, I did these in poems, I did these in art. And then over a year and a half ago, I learned that these stories needed to be produced. So I've started my writing journey. And I'm on book two now. Book one still is in preparation to come to you. And if even in this vlog, you'll see more. Stick with me. Welcome to the Wardens of the Dawn. Welcome back to my vlog. Today I got a couple of different things for you. Since I've got the cover now from Chris, I've been playing with a cover layout, so I'm going to show you a couple of ideas. I have been thinking really hard about the scene 23 that I wrote in book two, and want to talk about that a little bit in detail, what it means to me. Then I started building out some physics and world designs in book three. So I got some ideas. I'll show you how I do that, not what I did. And then finally some updates on stuff. Stay tuned. Here we go. So here it is. This is the idea with the painting that I got from Chris, with the right side of the painting being the front cover and the back side being the back. I produced what I think it will look like. Though the actual cover has to be built in both Lulu.com's website and Ingram Spark, this gives me an idea on how it is going to look. And hopefully by making it and visualizing it, we can get it out to you. How do you think? Let me know in the comments. Looking forward to reading those. Hang on for more. So, the original intention and idea of book two is this world of these Darkin have lost their prince, their leader. And in his place, this character Eeks has come in to take over. Now, in this scene that I just completed is the realization of the return of the Kaldar, return of the prince. And I'm very happy with it. It has to go through a rewrite, but I hope when you finally see it, you'll enjoy it as much as I do. I also was able to play with the art system to get Eeks and all his stuff put together here, and I was quite happy with most of it. But when you ask the AI to build you a transformation between a single character and into a monstrous form, and then it gives you a mini monster shadow at the bottom, I'm still trying to figure that out. That's why I prefer working with Chris for the real art. Yeah, okay, hang on. Book three is The Song of Suffering, and it's envisioned by being in a world that has been made into a cylinder, with an ocean in the center of the cylinder, and the ocean is populated and the world is populated. But I had to figure out, how do I make daylight? How do I make time? How do I do the 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 physics? How do the creatures inside live? What do they live on? What's the culture and everything? And so the brainstorm I had with a co-pilot gave me some ideas, and I made my decisions. And what I want to say now is that when I go into world building, I have an impossible imaginary thing. Then I try to see, how can I actually make it real? That's the important thing. I have to make it believable for you. So I make a world. Why is it that way? Well, in this case, a cylinder, it has to be artificial. And where does it get its heat? Is it around the sun? Does it have, like I did with book two, I have three suns. In this book three, I have one purple sun. And of course, in book one, it's Earth, so we have one sun. What kind of flora and fauna would this environment have? What some interesting things? How would time work? What would the different intelligent species in this world be like? What would be their cultures? And all this stuff, I sit down, I brainstorm, I come up with, I make decisions, I put it into my notes, and then I have a reference when I'm starting to do my scenes, and then I can use those notes to help me guide my scenes to pick up on the world building, the culture, and all of that. And then usually I change everything when I'm writing the writing. However, at least I got a map. And it's fun. I'm doing this for book three already. I did this for book two and I did this for book one. That's why in book one you got the earth under the water and I have a complete city map. What is it like? What kind of underwater species have it turned into? All kinds of fun things. So world building is a lot of fun. So like I said, we have the cover. Um, Editing continues. Revolt on Prime. Scene 23 is done in book two, and I talked about that a little bit here. I'm working on scene 24. This beautiful red castle in front of us is a hint in scene 24. And then I moved into just getting some world building ideas. I have my characters, I have my races, I have my story ideas that I want to follow. So these are all things you have to build even before you start thinking, how do I tell a story? You got to have you got to put it together. Otherwise, it's interesting to write and discover as you go, but then you could write yourself into a trap, I've noticed. And all of a sudden, and then, oh, how can I have the sunrise when I'm at the bottom of the ocean a mile down? No sunrise. So these things are important to help you narrate your story and to keep it in your head straight. And if you don't get it in your head straight, you can't get it out the mouth straight. So that's where we are. And I hope you enjoyed this. We'll see you next week. Like, subscribe, tell a friend. Let's get 50 subscribers. Thank you for your time. Bill out.